Welcome to the English Out Loud podcast, a podcast where I give you tips on how you can enhance your spoken English. My name is Pat. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I teach the American accent. Even though I'm a Canadian, I can still do it. I can still teach the American accent. It's not that far off. I've got a whole other episode, though, about the differences between the American and Canadian accents. Make sure you check that out some other time. That's not what I'm talking about today, though. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about assimilation of sounds in the American accent. You see, assimilation in the accent is when certain sounds come together and change the vowels or consonants around them. It's pretty common in spoken English to see assimilations, and we're going to take a good look at those today. Particularly, vowel lengthening. Okay, so sometimes we stretch vowel sounds out a little bit longer, based on the consonant that comes after that vowel. So, for example, in my previous episode, I was talking about stop consonants. Episode number 66, it was all about stop consonants and final stops. These are sounds that, well, we don't make. We rather stop the air instead of releasing the actual sound. Often we hear this with the letters like T, D, P, or B when they come at the ends of words. And that's what I spoke about back in episode number 66. But today I want to follow up with that episode to clarify a little bit about the voiced and voiceless sounds at the ends of words and just how you can distinguish them. Before I get into that, I'd like to do my regular thing. I'd like to remind everyone to hit subscribe, to leave a comment, to hit like. I don't know if there's a like on the app that you're using to listen to this on. If you're subscribed to this podcast, then you know you're going to get notified whenever I've got new material out. And then you're going to be the first amongst all your friends to know this stuff. And isn't that what you want? I mean, secretly, don't you really want to just have English just at least a little bit better than the rest of your friends so that they can look at you and say, "Whoa, where did they learn that? Where did they learn that?" Well, the only way to get that advantage is to hit subscribe and be the first to know when something comes out. So hit subscribe, and your friends, maybe they listen on in, but maybe they didn't subscribe. And that's going to give you a bit of a competitive advantage, I'd say. Well, anyway, hit subscribe. You know what to do. And also Clubhouse. Clubhouse, the social media app. I've got a club on there called American Accent Learners. In this club, I talk about the sorts of things that I'm talking about in here. Except I'm doing it live. And I give people a little bit of feedback just to say, hey, here's what you can do to get this perfect. It's okay. It's not a regular class. It's not quite the quality of a regular class. But at the same time, it's fun. And we get to chat a little bit. So come on to Clubhouse. And if you need an invite to Clubhouse, if you're interested in getting on Clubhouse and you'd like an invite, send me a message on Instagram. Send me a DM on Instagram. I'll hook you up with an invite, and you can tune on into the classes there. Let's get into this here. Assimilation, vowel lengthening, how we make sounds blend together. So you see, when a word ends in a consonant, it's either going to be voiced or voiceless. We've seen a few voiced and voiceless examples. We've seen that the TH sound, it has a voiceless TH, and then there's a voiced TH. We've also seen that the T sound, t, is voiceless, whereas the R sound, or any vowel sounds for that matter, are voiced. Ah, A. Voiceless sounds only have air blowing out. The whole sound is just air. Whereas voiced sounds, you can feel your throat vibrate when you're making it. And so if a vowel comes before a voiced consonant at the end of a word, we make the vowel sound longer than if it's before a voiceless consonant. In the previous episode, episode number 66, we saw that there are words that end in letters T and D, and when words end in these letters, we don't release those letters. We kind of hold them back. Well, that kind of makes it difficult to differentiate between some words, doesn't it? If you got to hold back your sounds at the ending, how can you tell if you're saying the word got or God? Hit or hid? Bat or bad? You can hear that there's a difference, but it's hard to put your finger on quite what it is. Well, what it is that I'm not pronouncing the final letter. I'm not pronouncing that stop consonant. I'm stopping the stop consonant. However, what I am doing is lengthening the vowel when there's a voiced stop consonant. You get that? Lengthening the vowel. I'm stretching it out a little bit. Got, God, God. Stretched out. Got. It's real quick on the vowel. God. Hit. Real quick. Hit. Hid. Hid. The vowel stretches out more. It's the same vowel sound. The second is lengthened. Bat. Bad. Bad. Again, the first one has a little abrupt stop. The second is lengthened. Bad. So this episode here, I'm not even going to get into really many idiomatic expressions. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of practice sentences. But what we are going to do is read a whole bunch of these words, because a key to developing this in your regular speech is listening for the words and repeating them. And then later on in your daily life, listening for more words. So at this moment, we're going to read out a whole bunch of words. We're going to do some shadowing. I'm going to read a word, and you, the lucky listener, are going to repeat after me. And, well, we're just going to get a good feel for this. We're going to see some different word endings and just keep getting a feel for these sounds. First off, listen closely to these words and repeat after me. Plate, played. Plate, played. Short, long. Plate, played. Wait, weighed. Wait, weighed. You hear that? Again, wait. It's real quick. The T stopped. You notice I'm not saying wait. I'm not releasing that T, but I'm just saying wait and then weighed. Again, not releasing the D, just stretching out the A. Weighed. Wait, weighed. Let's see some other letters with this. How about cup, cub. Cup, cub. Back, bag. Back, bag. Okay, K gets released lightly. K, some people may disagree with that. Some people may say, no, you don't release it at all. But I've noticed in my own speech, I'll release K lightly. K, back, bag. G, however, you want to hold back. Bag. But you do lengthen the vowel. Pick, pig. Pick, pig. So, T's and D's, P's and B's, K's and G's. The way to tell the difference when it comes at the end of a word is not by enunciating the letter, but rather lengthening the vowel. Let's see a couple more examples of this. Words that end in F and V. So you see both F and V use the exact same position. F, however, is just voiceless, whereas V is voiced. V, v. Same position, and I'm going to make probably sometime in July I'll have something out with F and V, clarifying those sounds, and even W and V, because W is tricky, isn't it? W. Oh my goodness. But I'll talk about W and V and F and V in more detail in the future. For now, let's just consider words that end in F and words that end in V. When words end in F, proof. The vowel oo is real short, proof. But when we say prove, again, I'm stretching it out. I'm also voicing that V position. Prove. You can tell if you're doing this by putting some fingers on your throat. Just feel if your throat's vibrating. If it is, you got the right sound. Here's a couple more. Safe, save. Safe, save. Same vowel sound, but the second stretches out a little longer because the V is voiced. Off, of. That's a useful one, isn't it? Off, of. Now, a lot of people, I just want to mention this here real quick. The first one, O-F-F, off. Most people don't struggle with that one. But the second, of. A lot of people kind of overthink that sound. And they'll pronounce it just how it's spelled. Off. The trouble with that is that, as you can hear, it's a little different from what I'm saying. And it sounds a little close to the word off. Now, in all honesty, it's not going to lead to a major difficulty in people understanding you. Like, people will understand if you say, enough of it, or enough of it, enough of it, enough of it. People are going to understand what you're saying without issue. But it may not flow the way that you're intending it to. So, just my tip. O-F, pronounce it with more like a U-V, of. Well, I know this seems a little short for you maybe, but this just about brings me to wrapping this one up for today. I will talk more on this in the future, because this is very relevant to many sounds in English. So if you feel that you're kind of getting it, but you're not too sure yet, not a problem. In the weeks to come, there are going to be more episodes that kind of touch on this subject. So keep an ear open for those. Well, I do have to get to wrapping this one up for today, though. I know it's a little shorter than I'd like to make it, but I've got lots to do. I'll be traveling a little bit next week. I've got to, get some testing done and this and that. So, well, I got to keep on moving. Thank you for your time. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to listen. Or maybe you didn't take a second out of your day. I've said this in the past, but it's my favorite thing about podcasts. Like, I put it on passively. I'll put on some funny podcast, listening to some comedian making jokes. But I can do it while I'm cooking, while I'm driving, while I'm in the shower, brushing my teeth, whatever. You can always listen to podcast episodes if you want to. So thank you for taking a little bit of time to hear what I've got to say. I'm glad to have been a part of your day. If you like what you heard, like I said, make sure you hit subscribe. If you've already hit subscribe and you're saying, okay, what else can I do? Write a comment. You can write a comment. You can leave a rating. Ratings make me look good. Ratings look good on me. Like just hitting 5 stars. This guy's all right. I give him 5 stars. Or 4 stars. Say he's pretty good, and I'll be back. But I don't know. 4 stars. That's okay. The point is, do something to show me that you like it. I do notice, though, actually, people who use the app Pandora. For some reason, people who use the app Pandora seem to be the most interactive. I don't know what it is about you Pandora users. I have no idea. I've never actually used Pandora myself. I typically use other apps, but on Pandora, people are giving me thumbs up and thumbs down and writing this, and I'm getting some good responses, good feedback on there. I most certainly like it. The good and the bad. I don't mind. I can take a little criticism. Well, anyway, thank you for joining me here today. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your meals, your nutrition. Personally, I'm looking forward to my dinner tonight. I'm going to have potato with some meat and lentils. Probably some garlic in there. I'm looking forward to it. A lot of people might think lentils, that's not that good. I like them. I like them with a little salsa and some garlic and onions. Oh, can't wait. Anyway, have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Enjoy yourself, and have a good one.